One legend gave LA its bread, another gives us a burger worth fighting for, and both found their home here. Today we're exploring two legends that made the Helm's campus an icon in this episode of The Best of LA. You've driven past it 1,000 times, that blinding stretch of white concrete and impossible to photograph without looking overexposed. Out-of-towners ask, Helm's Bakery, do they make bread? And your answer is always the same. Nope, it's where you go to buy furniture. That perplexing answer has always held true until Chef Sang Yoon decided he had another mountain to climb, giving this shuttered landmark a second life. And the spark? A burger. That's Father's Office, a bar on paper, but a Bentley in practice. Run by a guy cool enough to sport a great watch with a pair of dad-level New Balances. Not proving anything, just comfortable. And that's a vibe. Well, thanks, Chef, for inviting us into your office.
What do you think? What do you think of the? Yeah, I mean, every guy should have an office with 36 taps of beer.
This is the perfect office. Can you believe that it's been 25 years?
It's it's a silly idea coming from the world of very fussy white tablecloth fine dining. Father's Office is the first business in America called a gastropub. Who knew? Who knew it would stick around this long?
Who knew? Because the term gastropub is sort of ubiquitous now in the restaurant world, but you started the gastropub in the United States as we know it.
Yeah, allegedly, yeah. That's the idea. I mean, we've always had bars, we've always had nice restaurants in this country, but to kind of merge those two, it's like a fine dining restaurant with no rules.
So you modeled sort of the menu after a tapas bar? You wanted it to be just like kind of small eats, bar bites?
Yeah, a bar, you know, I think a good bar has to have a good burger. It's no secret by now, but the inspiration for the flavor really came from French onion soup. Like that burger couldn't have happened unless I had my previous career. So to understand how ingredients work. But instead of talking about it, why don't I just actually show you and make one with you?
Let's do it. Finish my beer first.
Cheers.
Beers are good, but nobody comes here for just a drink. The reason this place has become a legend is on the grill in the back. And if you're going to roll with Sang, you do it in his natural habitat, around the fire, not the bar. I can already tell that the meat even looks different. I mean, the quality, there's some quality there.
So the star of the show, we've always wanted to be, was the beef. So the whole point of this was to start with the greatest beef around, which means it doesn't need all the condiments because it actually has a fantastic flavor. So we want to treat this like a steak. Okay. And we're going to really cook it as if it were a steak. I mean, the same techniques we're going to apply. So really, really, really hot grill.
It's very hot.
Yeah, be careful. You know, you can make good burgers in a pan.
Yeah.
It's a different kind of burger. Okay, so I'm going to have you do the next part.
Have me do this.
Yeah, so I'm going to do one and you'll just follow what I do. Okay, so what we're trying to do is create the cross mark. So you notice that the burgers are oval. The oval shape is because of the bun is oval, right? So that's one of the things people notice about it. So what you do is you just slip under it. And all you're going to do is you're not going to flip it, you're just going to rotate it.
Rotate it?
Yeah,
oh, okay.
So you're just going like that. Give it a shot. Let's see those hands.
I see, it's all on the wrist here. You just kind of...
There you go.
There you go.
Okay, good.
I like the format.
Okay.
There you go. All right.
Your shift starts
Step
at
number
4.
1.
If this was a New York strip, I'd be doing the exact same thing. I'd be marking, I'd be rotating, and we're trying to get great char on the outside.
Okay.
Yeah, that nice color. Now, we're gonna do a flip. Okay. Now, notice the color. Your turn.
That was a gentle flip. So
Yeah.
I think it's half the problem. Is like I'm always just like throwing it around.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Mine's not as charred as yours.
Timing.
So these are ready?
Yeah, so these are looking good to take off. And then obviously there's some carryover cooking, so they're gonna still cook. And the same thing with any piece of meat you're trying to...
So it continues to cook.
Yeah, there's still activity going on.
don't bother asking for well done. You've got better odds hitting the Powerball. It comes one way, no exceptions. First, a whole onion cooked down to a compote with a healthy dose of bacon cooked right in. Then garlic bread. Once those are lined up, you're ready to assemble.
Oh, that looks fantastic already.
Okay.
Just like that.
This is how it gets, yeah. We're getting to the assembly. Now this is 8 ounces, it's a half a pound of beef. Wow. It's not a small burger. Okay, and then we need some produce. I've always loved arugula. It's a really interesting green, and I think it's perfect with beef. I've always loved the combination of arugula and beef. So, you know, when considering lettuce, most lettuce is just kind of bitter, crunchy. It's more of a texture. It doesn't have a profound flavor.
Yeah, when did like the iceberg lettuce become like the lettuce for burgers?
Well,
I mean, it
that's
doesn't have any taste. It's like water.
Well, that's why you kind of have to not think of the burger as a burger. You have to
Right.
think of it as a steak.
Right.
And just ask yourself, what goes best with beef?
I mean, you say it's simple, but it's elegant. I mean, that's an elegant burger. Let's do it.
The burger may be the draw, but look around. Helm's isn't an address. It's the backdrop, and it makes sense. 2 LA icons intertwined and cut from the same cloth.
So you opened a second location in 2008?
2008, yeah.
Yeah.
8 years after the original.
What was it that drew you to the Helm's Bakery and this location, this spot in Culver City?
I mean, look, it's an iconic building. It's been around since the 30s. And, you know, that neon sign on the roof, the Helm's Olympic bread, that, I don't know, that called to me. I love the historic nature of this area.
The father's office is like a big anchor for the Helm's Bakery complex now, but there's a lot of history here at the Helm's Bakery as it relates to Culver City.
Yeah, and then, you know, like everyone talks about driving by, because on the outside of the building, you see the history, but come with me and I'm gonna show you the actual history.
All right, let's do it.
Other places hang on to pictures. Helm's kept a truck, and when your leftovers belong in a museum, you're not chasing history, you've already made it.
I actually have friends who remember this truck and remember having baked goods sent to their house. So a lot of people have very, very, very fond memories of the Helm's Bakery trucks.
It was an exciting time. This was a huge part of living and growing up in LA. Yeah, and we meet people every day at the bakery who tell me about their fond memories about what they got off the truck.
It's weird. So why take that on when everybody has these iconic memories of the Helm's Bakery?
This has been gone for 55 years. So the whole generation, including myself, grew up without this. This is just stories. I thought, you know, the buildings here, I've been here a long time. I really wanted Helm's Bakery to bake again. I thought, what a shame to have such a beautiful landmark building that's called the Helm's Bakery with such a rich history, being the first bread to fly to the moon, to having the history of being the official bread of the 1932 Los Angeles Olympics. I just thought that's just too much history to just kind of like forget about. Having the Helm's name and be baking again, I mean, that's been my dream for the past decade.
Smells like a bakery.
It better.
It better. It took you 10 years to open this. You took your time.
Yeah, a lot of thinking about it. Over here we have our coffee shop. And again, this is something that never existed before. This was just a huge factory. This all had to be imagined. So I really wanted a great coffee shop. I really wanted to roast our own beans, kind of keeping in the spirit of we make everything in-house.
Yeah. Coffee's roasted every day.
Yeah, every day. All of our pastries here every day.
Even the architecture I see you've done is sort of pays homage to that earlier time period.
Yeah, I mean, that just kind of, that chapter wrote itself is like, you know, we had such a great building, beautiful building to start with. And the whole idea was like to not screw it up and let it shine through.
Yeah. Now when it comes to the bakery, because you've perfected the burger, so is this just stretching a different muscle for you, or like to get into baking is quite different?
Oh, totally different. But look, as a chef, it's just about pleasing your own palate. I know what I like, and thematically we wanted to make this more approachable, like not so French. We don't have things like macarons. We don't have things that are super highly decorated.
You're sort of honoring the past in the sense that all of the folks that loved Helm's Bakery over generations and decades, and they walk through the store and they're thinking Helm's Bakery, you know, they remember those things from the past.
Absolutely, yeah. So the types of items that the truck used to drive around with, we wanted to represent at least a piece of all of that. Yeah. Even though we eat completely differently now, but yes, there's definitely honoring history here. Now we have this beautiful store located here at the this is the ancestral home of Helm's Bakery. I'm hoping that the new Helm's Bakery really kind of resonates again with another generation, especially kids, and they can forge new memories for themselves and continue this legacy. Who knows, maybe there'll be like an electric version of this in the future.
That's not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea.
The trucks were the story. These days, they're more like souvenirs, but after 50 years of silence, Helm's is back at it, firing up ovens for the first time since '69, not just for the neighborhood, but for the next generation of Angelenos.
This is the main baking floor where the magic happens. Yes. Welcome to my new home.
It's nice and spacious.
Yeah, it is, but compared to what the bakery used to look like, you know, it was the whole building. So yes, it's big, but teeny compared to the original homes. Yeah.
Because everything. Some of the same magic, though.
We hope so. Yeah. Here, everything is made by hand. Obviously, we don't have the big machines making stuff. So, you know, on the main baking floor, it's all the proofing, the baking. We make donuts every hour over here.
Wow.
So this is the whole visible pastry kitchen. So we love it when kids lean up against the window, they press their face up against the glass, and watch it all happen. And those are the kids I think about, who I think will become Helm's customers for life.
Things are baked every single day, right?
Every single day, multiple times a day, yeah. Let's get a box. You can't have all pastry. You need
a assortment, right?
Cookies, cookies were a huge part of Helm's. We wanted to make an incredible variety of cookies. We call them two-hand cookies for a child.
Yeah,
take two hands to hold it. The pistachio rose cookie.
Oh wow!
Oh yeah,
beautiful.
It's gorgeous. This is our collab that we're doing right now with See's Candy. This is the Toffeeette donut. So this actually incorporates the See's Toffeeette candy, the almond chocolate candy. And inside, if you bite into this, there's a huge stripe of toffee cream inside.
Oh.
It's fantastic. And then we also have our viennoiserie. We have our chocolate croissant, peach tart. This menu changes like literally throughout the week. We've got constantly new things we're trying out. Little tartlets. One of my favorites, the mochi coconut bar.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
That sounds delicious.
This is kind of inspired by my trips to Hawaii. I love this. I love that. This is a must-have.
Oh man!
I broke it.
Whoop! Whoa!
Oh no!
From the table where it's made to the one where it's shared, box in hand. Helm's isn't just about what's baked inside, it's about the people who carry the legend forward.
So, I mean, are you still having fun doing all this?
Oh yeah, every day. There's nothing more fun than this. Yeah.
But to keep attaining that bar of being the best, gotta get so much pressure involved in that.
Well, it's pressure you put on yourself. You know, you want to be good at what you do. Yeah, but it's easy. I mean, it's how I started, and I don't know any other way. Like to try to be the best at something. It's just kind of innate.
Do you consider yourself one of the best of LA?
Yeah. I mean, it's hard to say. I think really I've been around a long time, and after 25 years, if you're still here, I think it says that enough people believe that you're worth being around this long. So yeah, I think I'm convinced I'm among the best at it.
What would be your best of LA?
Okay, so everyone asks me where I like to dine out.
Yes.
I think one of the greatest features about Los Angeles are diversity. It also happens to be part of my heritage. It's the largest Korean community outside of Korea. And we have the most vibrant Koreatown like anywhere. And the place that you'll find me most often is Parks Barbecue. It's so consistent, it's so great. I love their banchan. It also lets me cook a little bit. I get to play around with the
Right,
tongs and
right.
flip the meat a little bit.
You're still working.
I'm still yeah, I know. It's like.
Well, thanks for having us at your office.
Thank you, my
This is a
pleasure.
beautiful office and a delicious one at that. And we'll meet you at Parts.
Definitely, I'm there. I'll bring my own tongs.
I'll bring my appetite. You have a psychology degree from UCLA. You were trained at the CIA. Which CIA you were talking about? It's a no ketchup thing, a psychology experiment.
Yes, they taught that in the CIA. Yeah, not to allow foreign substances. No smashing, none of that nonsense.
You're selling me really hard on this no condiment thing.
No condiment.
Really hard. Okay.